All right, I'm back. My little brother actually called me. That's the only thing I don't like about this phone. When I'm doing a video, somebody calls and then it actually interrupts the video. But I have the rear wheel off, so you guys didn't have to go through watching me take the wheel off the car. So we're gonna measure this these rear spindles, how wide it is. Sorry, yeah, I need to change that rotor. The car's been sitting a little bit. Let's see what we got here on your rear spindle. And it looks like that measures out about 1 3/8 inches. Yeah, it looks like about 1 inch and about 1 3/8 inches. So that's the difference, of course. Pretty much, yeah, I'd say, yeah, right at about 1 3/8 inches. So that's going to actually be a 3/8 difference between your front spindle and your rear spindle. So that's why it won't work widthwise. And the bolt spacing, let's check the bolt spacing here. This is for anybody that doesn't really know. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was all the same all these years. So the bolt spacing looks like about 2 3/4. And the bolt spacing on this spindle is, let's see, like 2 3/8. So there's a difference there between the rear spindle and the front spindle bolt spacing and the width of the spindle itself. So definitely learned something a few weeks ago with all this. So and this stuff like this I like to put on my channel, that way it shows and teaches other people when they're curious or if they're curious. So but yeah, so that's basically the plan, is to change these mounts, change this top hat to the rear top hat here, and put it on the rear of that. So basically what I'm going to be doing is taking those mounts, chopping them off, and putting them on this one. Of course, cleaning them up and stuff, and making sure they're not too rusted or pitted before I do it. So, but yeah, that's the plan here. And okay, so I've told you the plan for the lower mounts. Now, as far as this top hat, so check this out. All right, this is the factory top hat for D2. So you just simply unscrew this. Okay, I got it loose. So you can unscrew this. All right, unscrew that, pull that off. All right, that's the Hyundai Accent top hat. So no camber plate, just a straight up top hat, non-adjustable. And then here's your collar, and then your bearing. Bearing sits underneath the collar. It's like stuck to it right now, but yeah, that's your bearing, that's your collar, and then that's your upper spring perch. So then what you do is you take your spring perch out, and you take the mount for the Escort, and you set it right on top, and it goes right on there. And then you take your nut and you can tighten it down. Now this nut, I may have to cut that a little bit off of it because it sits a little higher than your factory sits a little higher than the factory nut and washer here. So if you look, see the difference. If I got a straight edge here, I can show you better. Let's see, if I had a straight edge here, let's see, let's go to the mighty toolbox, see what we got. Yeah, this will work. So if you look, man, see the differences? It's probably about a 1/2 inch difference. So you just want to make sure that when this is in the back of the car, it doesn't hit the rear, because you got a panel back there that covers the strut up. You just don't want it to touch the rear speakers and stuff back there. So but so that's the plan there. Also, you could, you know, if you wanted to, I mean, you could always leave that spring perch there and run it this way as well, you know, or you could simply leave the bearing in it, which you don't have to. You could run it like that too if you wanted a little more height. But you know, this one all the way up is probably about an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half shorter than the factory height of the strut. But I'm running these at stock height right now until I lower the front down, figure out what I'm gonna do for the front suspension, and I have to change a charge pipe that runs underneath here. If y'all see that right there, so I want to change that the routing of that charge pipe before, you know, we lower the front end down. So so right now I just want to kind of keep the car stock height, not stock, well, stock, basically where the car was sitting at first, you know, with the suspension in there too. That way the car is still sitting at the same height, and then it will work better on the track because it's got a stiffer spring in it, and it won't sag in the back. So that's the plan here. So I just want to get on and, you know, throw that out there for you guys and show y'all what was going on with those slush box today. So hopefully if I find another pair of these in the junkyard, I can just bolt them right on the front and just have to change the top hat and be good to go. So I hope this was helpful. I appreciate everybody that's liked and subscribed to our channel. We really do appreciate, you know, people watching our content and stuff like that. Really do appreciate it. It means a lot. So I do all I can do to help everyone work with these Escorts and stuff like that, and when they're building them and stuff like that. If they have technical questions like engine, transmission, suspension, whatever it may have be, what will work, what won't work, stuff like that. So thanks you guys for watching, and really do appreciate you. And you know, thank you so very much, like I said, for tuning in and supporting us, everybody that supports us and stuff, and we really appreciate it. So that's gonna conclude this video here. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to message me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, and I will be delighted to help you guys out with D2 suspension off of the 2006 to 2011 Hyundai Accent to make it work on the Escort. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate you, and thank you so very much. Everyone have a wonderful day.